Like this is the ace match. Like I know it seems kind of anticlimactic because C was really the best chance they had at beating Flash, and that was a tremendous game. Oh, why would you reveal the carrier? I guess it was kind of necessary so he didn't get rolled over that he was revealing the carriers now. But oh, that now that the carriers are out and there's only two of them, Flash is going to have plenty of time to repair. That upgrade at the machine shop is Charon boosters, and he's good. And he just canceled whatever he had and started pumping all Goliaths. And he's probably going to be prepared before he loses. Like by the time he loses his second or third tank to these carriers, he's going to have like 8 Goliaths out and be able to just hold position and kill every single interceptor as it comes out.
Yeah, he's got a lot of factions. He'll be able to pump out a lot of glides. We've got a shuttle out here too. I wonder what's in it. Normally, how you want to support carriers is with High Templar Storms. Now, has Jaehoon invested that much in his tech to have Storms? That would be pretty impressive if he does. Dragoons plus Storms plus carriers is what you really want as a Protoss player against Terrans. It's a really nice combination, provided you can support it carefully. It could also just be Zealot bombs. I mean, it's really hard to tell what's in there. Could just be for Zealot bombs, but that's probably not going to be that effective considering there's all these Goliaths in the air. And these carriers have to be careful not to get picked off, and you can already see some of the interceptors being picked off by these Goliaths. And not enough tanks have gone down, so the Dragoons can't even come in support of the carriers because there's just too many tanks, and there's enough vultures to get in the way of the Dragoons. This is just perfect for Flash right now, and yeah, this is just not a really good position for Jaehoon. Yeah, he's got 4 carriers out, and actually he might be able to do some damage here depending upon how well he micros. If he micros very, very well, he could do some damage here. Flash is kind of in a relatively immobile spot, so if Jaehoon can kind of take advantage of this ridge very well and slowly pick at tanks, he could be in decent shape to at least do some damage here. Gotta be careful though, does not want these carriers being picked off. It looks like one of them is being focused down. I think one carrier is going to go down, Yes, it does go down, so Jaehoon's already down a carrier. That's going to be painful. He's getting in the base up at the 3 o'clock position, so that will help. But yeah, this is going to be a very intense micro battle from here on out, and if Jaehoon out micros Flash, kudos to you, you deserve your victory.
It's things aren't so bad for Jaehoon at this point. He's gotten his third base up. Like the vultures almost prevented that, but he is getting it up. And Judgment Day is a good map for carriers. There's plenty of cliffs to micro around. As you can see, he's like darting back and forth between the cliffs. Flash put some turrets inside that cliff to give him some vision, which is actually a very nice ploy. But things aren't that dire for Jaehoon. He's definitely still in this game. It's not like, well, Flash scouts carriers, he automatically wins. Like he is human just like everyone else, and the fact that he wins 70% of the games doesn't mean he doesn't lose 30% of the games. And like 70% is like really close to 2 out of 3, and like he's already won 2, so you could say he's due to lose. Although everyone knows that's not how statistics work. But everyone's clapping. It looks like they're not as optimistic as I am. Things are looking bad for Jaehoon, but you know he could still conceivably come back. He is up a base. Like maybe things can start looking up.
Well, base count is
No.
actually even here. Flash has taken up the 9 o'clock, but like it's just hard to see that carriers are going to work against Flash. You know, I mean, as the carrier numbers grow, obviously, I mean, the battle's just going on. I mean, you guys can see how pitched this battle is. This is such an intense battle. Interceptors going down, Goliaths going down, Dragoons, everything's just dying. So much is dying. But as these carrier numbers grow, you got to say, of course, Jaehoon is going to be in a better and better spot. But you know, it's just hard to see Flash lose to carriers here. It's just you just expect him to have his counters down so well. He is. I have to say that the thing about that Flash that's so impressive is his ability to counter anything, like random stuff that people throw at him, the craziest builds, and somehow he knows exactly how to counter it correctly. And it's always been one of the things I really admire about watching Flash's play is his ability to counter. Those Stargates are still pumping carriers out, so I mean he is still producing some carriers, still trying to get to that six or so number where you can really start picking off Goliaths very, very easily. and turrets start going down very, very quickly. But I mean, I think he's getting his +2 weapons upgrade there too. Maybe his +1 armor. I can't tell for sure. But yeah, I mean, Jaehoon at least has cleared out the threat inside of right next to his base, so he'll at least have some breathing room here. Maybe he can counter and do some get on the offensive with these carriers for a little bit. That's really what you want to be doing. You want to be offensive with your carriers. You don't really want to defend with them. Come on, they're big, they're flying, they're mobile. Get out there, do some damage.
He's got very few interceptors, and they're clicking around on carriers, and like the largest. Oh, okay, I was worried he like didn't get that 100 carrier capacity upgrade that lets them have 8 interceptors instead of 4. But now that one has 5, because like interceptors, since the first Goliath was out, all the interceptor counts have been really low, and I was worried like, oh no, don't do this in the finals. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm more. Jaehoon's working really hard, microing his tail off. Flash is taking the 12 o'clock, which Jaehoon isn't likely to scout anytime soon. So Jaehoon's going to be down a base, although the 9 o'clock up there isn't defended particularly well, and the 12 o'clock, it's a long time, it's a long walk around to defend it, but it's a pretty short fly up there with carriers to destroy it. So if he can just send a couple of units, oh, he's going to deny the 12 o'clock before it even goes up, so that's pretty good for him. And it looks like he's going to attack. You can see how he's using these cliffs to his advantage. Although there's not that many Goliaths in this particular point that he can actually pick them off with his carriers. Although a bunch more Goliaths coming in, and that's starting to get towards the number where if you just hit hold position on all those Goliaths, interceptors go down really, really, really fast. That's right, I'm so good at the English language. Really, really fast, guys. Really fast. And another base going up for Flash. Things aren't looking good for Jaehoon, but he's doing a pretty good job microing his carriers.
You love your adverbs, don't you? Adverbs are awesome. But
I love them really, really much.
Really, really much. I love it. I love your vocabulation there, Varosh.
Guess who my
Very, very
favorite
eloquent.
Distro player is?
Really?
Alright, we've killed this joke. Keep commentating.
Alright, well, the carriers are going to come out here and try and engage again. Still trying to use that cliff and keep the tank count low. If he can keep the tank count low, he can maybe try and smuggle some DTs or some High Templars or some